What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Balls in Your Face podcast. I'm Chris Rivera.
It's your boy Josh Ramos.
Zio Hernandez.
And today we're going to get into the 96 Bulls versus, we don't know what Warriors team yet because we're having a little debate about that.
We know exactly.
2015-2016 Warriors or the 2016-2017 Warriors.
It's all debate, but we're going to get into it.
We're going to get into it. Yeah. So first off, I'm going to introduce the Bulls, 96-97 Bulls.
The better team.
First of all, how you feeling today, man?
I'm all right. I'm ready to debate your
What a guy.
That's not the only thing you're doing with your ass.
Oh,
Wait,
Lord.
what?
So the roster for the 96 Bulls, just read the whole thing.
Yeah, go ahead with whole roster.
All right.
Wait, can you start
What?
with the starting lineup or no?
Do they give that?
No, just read the whole roster.
Just read the whole
Yeah,
roster. Just read the whole roster.
We know who's starting.
All right. So Randy Brown, Judd Buechler?
Bushler.
Bushler.
Y'all, I'm wet with him in 2K. He has the no. Hey,
What
yo,
did he say?
What did he say?
Pull it up. You gotta pull it up. You gotta pull it up.
no,
Yeah.
I'm wet with him in 2K. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that?
That's my boy.
He has a good shot in 2K. Money, no matter
Anyways.
what.
All
Anyways.
right. Jason Caffey, Bison Dele.
You're just making up names. I don't know. I don't know these people so far, except for Bushler.
Bison Deal.
Okay, I believe you.
All right, let's get to
All right.
important players.
Ron Harper, Michael Jordan, Steve Kerr, Tony Kukoc.
Cool coach. Tony Kukoc, bro.
You got a Kukoc too.
No, Tony Kukoc.
No, pause.
Luke Longley, Robert Parrish, Scottie Pippen, Dennis Rodman, Dickies.
This is out of pocket, bro.
Not Kukoc and then Dickey.
Nah, this is out of pocket. This is out of pocket. All right, and that makes up for most of the Bulls roster. I'm gonna go ahead.
He's not done. He's not done.
Dickie Simpkins, Matt Stegigena, and Bill Wennington. Nobody wants a Bill Wennington jersey. If you didn't watch that episode 2.
Go ahead.
So what Warriors are we doing then?
We're doing 2017, man.
No.
And we're gonna go over why. I'm gonna read the roster real quick, the 2017 roster, and provide some context real quick. So we got Jordan Bell, which I believe he was a rookie this year. Chris Boucher. I didn't know Chris Boucher was on this team. That's crazy.
That's interesting.
He's balling in Toronto now. Omri Caspi, Quinn Cook, Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, Draymond Green, Andre Iguodala, Davian Jones, Sean Livingston.
I want
which I believe-
Iguodala.
This is his last year, I believe. Kevin Looney, Patrick McCaw, the GOAT that has like five straight rings.
Oh yeah, 3 straight rings. Yeah.
JaVale McGee, Zaza Pachulia, Klay Thompson, David West, and Nick Young. That is the 2017 roster. So this roster, the reason why I'm making the push for the 2017 roster is because this is the year after they went 73-9. Yes, which is the best regular season record, but they didn't win it all. So a team that went 73-9 and then added Kevin Durant in the offseason.
Yeah, so that means the Bulls were better than
So
that team.
I feel like it's hard to debate that because if you see a team with Steph, KD, Klay, Draymond, like you're gonna just look at that like that core four and you're gonna look at that talent. You're gonna be like, how could someone beat that? So it becomes hard. That's why I feel like the better comparisons, the 73-9 Warriors. I know they didn't win it all, but they did end up with a better record than the Bulls, the 72-10. That's why I feel
And
like
they didn't need KD to
that's
get
why
a
I
better
feel like that should be
record.
the
But you're
debate.
saying you're making it's better comparison. Why? Because the other team is just superior. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, because it makes it easier
So-
for my argument. No,
You just
it
had to
better
help
that
your
the Bulls
argument
are
with
better.
the lesser team. But realistically, the more talented team was that team that went and won because they won 4-1 in the finals.
Okay, but talent doesn't necessarily mean better.
All right, so why are you scared to use the 2017 ones then?
I'm not. I can still argue that the Bulls
All
are
right,
better.
2017 ones, then run it. That's it.
All right, so
All right.
we'll use
All right,
the
run it.
2017 Bulls.
So
2017
I
Warriors.
mean, Warriors.
So when I look at it, yeah, you said the 2017 Bulls.
I'm sorry.
When I look at like a hypothetical matchup, that's how I do it. Like if they went head to head, 1-on-1, who would win? Mm-hmm. So at the
So
point,
is Steve Kerr coaching or playing?
Steve Kerr was on both teams? No, just kidding.
he played for both. No, imagine. But So, okay, the Bulls at point guard, they had Ron Harper, arguably one of the best defenders at that time. He's big, 6'6", long defender. At the time, obviously, the rules were a little bit different.
Pause.
What rules are we going to be playing under? Because if you're telling
What
me...
are we saying? Like,
No.
it's just like a
Because
clean matchup? Like,
if you're telling me he can guard Steph and hand check him, but for y'all that don't know hand checking, it's literally, if I'm playing defense on you, I could put my hand on your hip. I could basically decide where you're going to go pretty much. I could push you either way. Hand checking. So if he's going to be able to do that to Steph, he's not going to stop him. No one's going to stop Steph. No one has in this generation. But it's definitely going to bother him a lot more putting, like I said, a longer, bigger defender on him, being able to push him off like that. So that's a good matchup right there. Obviously, Steph, he's going to get his, but Ron Harper would make it difficult for him. Jordan. You could put Jordan. They have.
He has to guard Clay.
I would put him on Clay.
He's guarding Clay.
So this is how I would match up. I kind of have it a little bit different. Draymond. This is how I would match up. Okay, so Steph.
okay.
He's being guarded by Ron Harper.
Uh-huh.
I would put Jordan on Clay.
Uh-huh.
I would put Rodman on Durant.
All right, who's Pippen guarding?
Pippen would guard Draymond. Well, they're going to switch no matter what. They're going to switch throughout the game, but that's how I would start off. I would start off Rodman.
So why? Why Rodman against Durant?
Because and
Tripping. He's tripping.
How is that
bro.
tripping?
He's tripping.
How is
Okay,
that tripping?
let's paint this
If he
picture.
starts getting cooked,
let's
we
paint
can
this
switch.
picture. He will get cooked.
Okay, well, then we'll switch. But
So what's the point of starting though? Because you have to
it's-
switch eventually.
It's about the mental battle.
Listen, think about this, right? Think about this. The main push for Kevin Durant is that he's a 7-footer that can dribble. So you're gonna put a 6'11" dude center that's used to guarding centers.
Rodman was
go
a
out to the perimeter and guard
Rodman was
Kevin
a little
Durant?
bit smaller. Rodman was like 6'9"-ish.
But still, he can't guard. Nobody can guard Kevin Durant right now. Do you think back then they were?
Okay, but it's about getting into his head. I've seen videos of Dennis Rodman literally guarding people on rebounds, pulling their pants down, getting in their face, just looking at them.
What is this stuff turned into?
You got to stop them no matter, like, you have to stop them no matter
all
what.
costs.
At all costs. If I have to pull down their pants, I will.
You gotta grab
So
something
you're
up
saying
there.
Pippen? You're saying Pippen is guarding Draymond?
Yes, that's how I would start off.
In my opinion, that's more of a liability because why are you putting the better defender like on ball on someone that doesn't have the ball?
It's close, but I think Dennis Rodman and Pippen's on-ball defense is close. And that's why I'm willing to put, like
But
I
whose
said,
is better? So why not put the better dude on the better guy?
it's
Does that not make sense?
No,
Like,
yeah,
does that-
I
does
hear
that-
what you're saying. I hear it.
But you don't hear the
All right.
argument
I
that
hear
I'm
it, but
saying.
I don't
Go ahead.
understand.
Go ahead.
No,
my
just
bad. My bad. Go ahead.
I want the mental side. I want Rodman to get into Durant's head
All
from
he's
the
saying is that
jump.
he wants the mental of it.
Yeah.
Nothing else.
I want to throw
That's it.
Durant off his game mentally from the jump, and I'm gonna put Rodman on. I'm gonna have him do. Rodman used to pinch people's butts, like he used to do little stuff like that.
Yo, we're not even
This
talking
man-
about basketball
Like, this
yet.
man
Like,
goes above and beyond on
right.
defense. If I'm grabbing your ass to stop you,
that's above and beyond, bro.
yeah,
That's funny.
He wasn't grabbing it. He was pinching it.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
just little stuff like that, and I want to get in Durant's head. I
Okay.
want to get him mad.
All right, so then,
that's the
uh,
best
It's
way
made
to
out
do
of
it.
jelly because
All right, for the
no
big,
shaking like
who's
jelly, dude.
big on big?
Big on big. I mean, that's not. I mean, I'm not saying it's really a factor, but I mean, when I look at it, I just think of those four. That's
Okay.
like that four is
All right.
going to determine the game. Whoever's playing at 5 for either team. I mean,
Got you. Because we can make the argument the closing lineup is that lineup.
yes.
And then you could throw in, I don't know, Iguodala's probably going to play
I
in the
want
closing lineup.
Iguodala.
I want Iguodala.
And obviously, like if you want to do a closing lineup, I mean, Kukoc would probably come in and they would probably play a little bit
Okay,
smaller.
so but you're saying the Bulls, why? You're picking the Bulls, I'm
I
assuming.
feel like all around defensively, and they have the GOAT. Just those two right there. Like I said, you're not going to stop the Warriors, but just that combination of their defense being able to bother them. You're not going to stop them, but just bothering them as much as you can. And at the end of the other side, more mentally tough. Jordan, the most mentally tough basketball player of all time.
Yeah, the one that had to
And the
retire
best one.
twice.
And
Or
the best
3
one of all
times,
time.
but
That's why I see it that
The
way.
one that
retired.
retired to another sport.
he retired 3 times.
That's
What
a-
did LeBron retire
So
to?
mentally
That's a
tough.
whole conspiracy
So
theory.
mentally tough. But all right, so let me make that push for the Warriors real quick. Once again, just providing context, they went 73-9. They didn't win it all, and then they added arguably top 3 best player in the league at the moment. So
Because they couldn't win it all.
yeah, because they couldn't beat LeBron, so they had to go. That's another
Why does
argument.
this always turn into that?
It's just I'm just saying.
Every time
okay.
you talk about Jordan, it's always going to go to LeBron.
So let's just paint this
Yeah, but
picture
he was
right.
talking about Steph Curry.
So let's just paint this picture right. So obviously 2 different eras of basketball. Obviously, the
yeah,
3-point
what is that,
ball,
like 20 years apart?
Yeah, the 3-point ball was a lot more utilized during 2017 versus 1996, right? And what does the Warriors do? They shoot threes, dog. They shoot threes. So yes, that defense that the Bulls can bring. I'm not gonna say that the Bulls aren't like a good top defensive team because obviously they're arguably one of the best. But people weren't guarding people on the perimeter because nobody was shooting it from outside, bro. Like realistically, like back
So
to
you don't
back.
think
Like,
they
you
would be
had,
able to
like-
adjust their game to it though?
So I believe they can, but that doesn't mean like okay, like prime example. Around this time in 2017, they were guarding the perimeter, and I would think they would guard the perimeter less. Like Steve Kerr was knocking down shots for the Bulls, but like Michael Jordan wasn't pulling up and raining threes. And you can make the argument that the starting five can all shoot the three ball. So what does that do? That puts pressure on them to go guard on the perimeter, and that can let Kevin Durant go by and try to go at the rim, or that can let even Steph Curry. Steph Curry is a very good finisher at the rim as far as layups and stuff like that. He's not gonna go yam it on someone, but he's gonna go and lay it up. So it's just putting that pressure on them to make me guard me out on the perimeter, and then now I can dance my way out of it and go to the hoop. So I understand that Ron Harper is a good defensive player and stuff like that. I just think that the offensive like side of the ball for the Warriors on that team was just stupid, bro. Because even when, let's say, like when in doubt, you get locked up, right? Curry's over here dancing, doing this, doing that. Bro, you just have the option to dish it out to this dude, and he'll let it fly in like half a second, bro.
So
Klay Thompson in one corner, Steph Curry in one corner, KD with the ball. Like, that's crazy.
So there's only one ball, like you said, so they'll spread it around. But for me, the way I would stop that, I would run a zone. I'll put 2-3, and I'll put Ron Harper and Jordan on top. That's lock up on top, and then I got Rodman, and I got Pippen on each wing, and I got Luke Longley. Like I said, I know the center doesn't matter, but Luke Longley was a big body, good, like decent shot blocker, and obviously he's going to be in the paint. So I feel like doing that, that's how I'd combat just that 3-point shooting that you're talking about. And they're obviously, like I said, they're going to get theirs, but that's how I would try to stop it too. Like obviously I would run man. You have to switch up different looks. You can't just run the same. If you keep running zone, obviously they're going to get into a rhythm and they're going to know how to break that. So I'll go zone, man, and just switch it that way, 2-3.
So then if we really dive into it, then obviously you look at coaching, right? Which I think obviously Steve Kerr is not a better coach than...
Yeah, but he knows.
Yeah. That is something to think about too. He has prior knowledge of how the team runs and stuff like that. But we're never going to be able to see this matchup. But obviously coaching is a big factor. And I think obviously the Bulls have the hand when it comes to coaching. But like I said, bro, I don't know. I guess a lot of personal opinions come with it too, because at the end of the day, all the old heads,
The old heads.
all the old heads are going to be rooting for the Bulls, obviously, because that's who they grew up watching. Unlike you, but you're a Jordan fan.
I'm an old soul. But you're talking about coaching. I mean, they both made top 15 coach of all time.
But I still don't put that much respect on Steve Kerr's name. I really don't.
Damn.
Well, why not?
I just feel like it. Like a lot of people say this, it's hard to maintain a lot of talent on your team, bro. But they had arguably like the most talent in the league, bro. Arguably the most talent. When you look at what's going on right now with the people that are trying to join forces and Harden and Kyrie and stuff, like they weren't able to make it work. I understand that, but bro, like once they make that work, then the team is straight. Like.
So I put a little bit more stock in the coaching because I know for me, I'm a Heat fan. I remember when they were winning championships with LeBron and everything, they kind of discredited what Eric Spoelstra did. And he's come back after that, and I've seen him squeeze talent out of teams. So there's a lot into coaching that I feel like doesn't get emphasized as much. And that's another coach who made that top 15 all-time list that is years removed from championships with LeBron and still was able to put like a winning record behind that. And obviously,
Though.
I mean, he led his team.
I knew he was gonna bring it up when he brought up the
win.
top 15 coaches.
I
knew this is a segue.
I mean, he's led his team to the finals too. They didn't win, but you still, like I said,
they lost to
fifth seed.
LeBron.
He led a fifth seeded team to the finals. This isn't about Eric Spoelstra.
Yeah,
but this is about coaching, and I think Steve Kerr deserves more credit than what you're saying.
Yeah, I would say like I said, I still take stock into coaching. I just don't pick him over Phil Jackson on the coaching side of it, adjustments wise and stuff like that. I just don't. Because he had the way more talented team.
So who was a better player, Phil Jackson or Steve Kerr?
All right, that's
no. Phil Jackson played.
Yeah, I know he did.
That's you see which player gives the better insight into coaching.
Who do you got? After hearing all of this, who do you got? What are you thinking? What's your mindset on this?
I mean, I'll take the Bulls just because it's a different era of basketball. I mean, like how people always say, like LeBron versus Jordan. Like LeBron wouldn't be able to take the hits that they dished out in, older basketball. I mean, they played different. It's two different eras. I mean, like you said, we'll never be able to see it, but I mean, just off of what they were able to do and what Jordan was able to do, I don't think the Warriors would be able to adjust to the playing style of the Bulls. That's what I think.
For me, like obviously you kind of put stock into like what's going on right now, right? Which obviously, what is the main thing that they ran? They ran the triangle offense. Why don't you see that happen nowadays? Is because they've definitely figured it out. So obviously it's kind of tough because once again, back then it wasn't figured out, so nobody was like stopping it back then. But like, how would it be played now? Would it be played the same way to stop it? And then if they stopped it, what are they doing? It's very insightful. That's why like
who's stopping Jordan in the post?
Who's stopping KD?
Jordan.
Pippen,
That's my thing. No, that's my thing though too. Is like you think okay, Jordan's the best defender, right? So why isn't he guarding KD?
I mean, okay, he is 6'6", and KD, we're literally talking about him as a 7-foot ball handler. He's like 6'11", but close enough.
My argument.
How's that your argument? That means
Nobody's
he's a better
guarding
player?
KD. Nobody's guarding KD,
I just
bro.
said
Because
Pippen
nobody
and
can guard
Rodman.
KD right now. So nobody's guarding KD back then either. It's
Pippen
even
and
worse.
Rodman.
They're not guarding KD.
All right, right now.
Yes, you could be matched up on him, but they're not going to actually stop him.
In today's NBA, who do you think is the best matchup for KD? Length for like size, best defender. Like if you had to pick one defender in the NBA, who are you putting on Durant right now?
Probably Giannis.
And my thing with that is he has so much offensively. How much is he really going to put into defense? If I put Rodman on him, because Scotty has a big part in the offense. He was their point forward. He's kind of, I don't want to say he's the originator of the point forward, but he ran the offense in certain plays. If I put Rodman on him, that all he has to do is defense. And that's what he did all the time. It was hustle, defense, all that. If I put him 100% of the time and I want you to not stop him, but I want you to make it as difficult as him. Think about what PJ Tucker did in that playoff series. And he didn't stop Durant, but his goal was to make it as difficult. And PJ Tucker is 6'5", 6'6", and he made it. Q argued that he made it more difficult on Durant. Durant still got his, but he made it more difficult.
You're trying to say that he's wearing him down throughout the game. That's
and if
what
I
you're trying to
put
say.
Rodman, who's an all-time great at that, rebounder, hustle, all that, plays hard. If I put all that 100% on Durant, and he doesn't have to worry about the offensive end, that's where I think you'll see even a more effective version of wearing him down. And that's where I see Durant having a little bit of a problem.
But that's my thing is that you can have all that, all of it, and he could just dish it out to his left and Curry's letting it fly, or dish it out to his right and Clay's letting it fly. And hand in his face or not, you've seen what the team did. So what can you do if I dish the ball out to him and he's shooting it right away? What are they doing that the Bulls can do that can really stop that?
Step up. Get a little closer next time.
No, that's what I think it comes down to, and that's why I got the Warriors. Because once again, you can't compare eras either. Like I said, because obviously they shot more threes now. Threes are worth more than two, so you just do the math and you think they win.
He's like, simple math, 3, 2. The Warriors win.
What's better, 3 or 2?
If it's Jordan shooting that fadeaway in the
All right,
post, I'm taking that too.
All right.
I'm
not making the argument. I'm definitely not making the argument that someone's going to stop Jordan, because that team was not defensively built at all. It wasn't. And not to harp on it, but you look at what LeBron did. It wasn't like they stopped them either. They just outscored them every time. The one game that the Cavs won, actually, it was just because they outscored the Warriors. I remember they put up like 82 points in the first half or something like that.
That's crazy. How every game is won. You outscore the opponent. He's like, I remember the game they won. They outscored them.
Yeah. No,
but I hope they did.
All right, outshot them. Like it was like a shootout, and pretty much whoever had more points won. That sounds saying it sounds
the same thing.
Saying
He's
it
like, you win the game by scoring more than the other team.
How to win basketball, guys. This is it right here.
How to win any sport game.
Just
score more than the other team.
Except golf.
All right, so with that being said, though, so y'all picked the Bulls, I picked the Warriors. It's kind of like how you guys picked the Bengals, and if you didn't watch that, just watch episode 1. Shout out to episode 1, man.
Yeah, that went crazy. I mean, I don't know
man.
how many views it's gonna have when we put this out, but damn,
y'all deserve a round of applause real quick.
In about 48 hours, it hit like 180.
Yeah.
So that's pretty crazy.
That's crazy. So shout out to y'all, man. Just make sure you're still watching it. You got anything else on this?
Definitely like the support. We got some haters too already. We told y'all to dislike and leave comments. We didn't think it was really gonna happen that fast, but
bro, if we got people hating, that means you're doing something right. That's all I know.
So we're just trying. Every week we're learning, but we're just trying to do better.
Yeah, she's breaking it down. But yeah, man. I mean, it's been fun. We got more episodes coming. We got so far we got 2 episodes up, but by the time this comes out, it'll probably be like 3 or 4 or 5. Who knows? But yeah, man. I mean, just gotta keep rolling with it.
All right. Anything else on the Bulls or the Warriors? No. Warriors it is, dog. Just saying.
Bulls and foe.
4?
Bulls and
Come on.
four.
All right.
That's
'cause
what he said about the
I'm
Heat.
just saying this about. I'm just saying
He
about
said
one.
Heat in 4, and then the Lakers beat them.
I'm just saying this about a game. I'm not even worried about a series. And I think in the series, the Warriors are still taking it.
Bulls in 5.
I
I changed it.
I give them one game. Who you got?
Since the sports are rigged, I'll say Bulls in 7.
Bulls and
They're
seven.
gonna push 7.
Bring it down
bro.
to the wire. I got Warriors in 6.
You don't even give them the respect of a
Right?
7?
I give them the respect of a 6. The respect
No,
of
if you say Warriors in 7, it's like all right. Like
Yeah,
Warriors
yeah.
in 6.
it came down to that one
Warriors
game.
in 6.
Okay, that's.
I'm sorry, your boy can't shoot a 3. 3 versus 2.
I
That's how you
remember-
win basketball. That's how I
That's
learned.
one more.
And I remember
Learned
he
it
did
today.
hit 6 threes and a half in the finals, but he still can't shoot threes though. You're right. You're
Yeah,
right.
he only does it one time.
Yeah.
Oh, yippee, yippee.
But
Right.
without further ado, guys, that's the 96 Bulls versus 17 Warriors episode. We talked about it. Make sure you stay tuned for more episodes, more content coming out. Follow us.
The Ballsy Face Podcast on Instagram. The Ballsy Face Podcast on TikTok. BIYF the podcast on Twitter, man.
And yeah, man, like the episode, subscribe, hit the bell, do all that. Let us know in the comments what you want to see next. And yeah, that's it. I'm Chris Rivera.
I'm Joshua Ramos.
Zio Hernandez.
Bye.